Hi there, my name is Lumi and I'm going to be showing you how to make a blind box gacha system for your Twitch stream in MixItUp. I made this for my stream using omakase and random sushi for my viewers, and I thought it was so cute, so I just had to spread the info. I'll be providing a free-to-use asset pack of boba pets to use for your stream for this tutorial. It's going to be in the description below. But you can use whatever you'd like to make this work to fit your stream style and aesthetic. This tutorial uses MixItUp, so make sure you have it. It's a free program that a lot of streamers use for various things, and that's what we're going to be using for today's tutorial. So let's get into it. So you'll have the MixItUp chat open, and you'll want to make sure you have an overlay for MixItUp on OBS. And so to do that, you'll go to the hamburger or the 3 lines, and then you will scroll over and find services. Once you find services, you'll look for overlay. Once you find overlay, you're going to click on that, grab your overlay URL, and copy that into your OBS, just like you would for any browser source. You need to have MixItUp open before OBS for it to function right, but you can always refresh the browser source later. Once you've got that done, we can move on to the meat of the tutorial. So first, we're going to set up our commands. You'll want to go back to the hamburger and look for commands. Once you've done that, we're going to click on that. And I've already got some commands here for my sushi stuff, but we're going to click on custom commands, which I already have clicked in. And depending on your setup, you might have some or none, but we're going to create a new command. So click on the button at the bottom, and it'll open up on the command menu. It looks a little overwhelming, but it'll get really easy as we go on because you're going to be doing it a lot. So we can ignore the usage requirements. We're going to type in our first thing. So I'm going to go bear boba because we're going to go in alphabetical order, and we're going to type in our chat trigger. So we're going to type in bear as our chat trigger. Just lowercase. Make sure you have auto include exclamation point already clicked. And then we're going to type in the command group as boba. So all of our boba stuff sticks together. Next is going to be filling in the command. So we're going to want to go down to the action bar, and we're going to want to click that and look for overlay. We're going to look for overlay, images, and videos, and we're going to click that, and we're going to hit the plus button to add that. Next, we're going to find the image thing. It's on text right now, so we're going to look for image. And we're going to go find the path. I like to keep everything in a folder together so I don't have to go looking for it. The first one we're going to do is the bear boba. So I'm doing 400 by 400 right now, and we're going to probably stick to the 4 number throughout this entire thing. I know I did 400 height. You should actually probably just ignore the 400 height in positions. You can do anything for the positions. I just ignore that. But for animation, we're going to do a slide in right and slide out left. It's easy peasy. Your entrance will just slide in right and slide out left. And then you're going to add an animation, which is going to be in between, which will just do a little thing. I like to do that because it's cute. But that's pretty simple. You can mess around with that if you'd like to, just for your own aesthetic, but that's just what I'm going to do for the tutorial. From here, we're done with the overlay, so we can minimize that, and we're going to go down to action again, and this time we're going to look for chat message. And then we're going to fill it in there. So for my sushi one, I ended up with something simple, so we're going to stick with something simple here, but you can customize it to your liking. So we're going to probably put user got a bear boba, it's grape flavored, and fill that in. But the important thing here is the special interaction. So in order for the system to recognize folks by their username, we need to put in what is called a special identifier. So we'll replace user with $$ username, and then keep the rest of the message. So that should register the username for you. All right, we are done with our chat message, so let's minimize that and move on to sound. If you'd like to have sound, we'll keep going, but if not, you can skip this. I just think it's a cute addition. Next, you'll leave the action as play sound, and once you have your sound, we'll look for it. I like to keep the sound in the same folder, and then we'll adjust the volume. I like to keep it at 45. Please adjust the volume so you don't hurt your little ears. I'll link the sound that I use below, but you can use whatever fits for you. And those are the 3 actions that are making up our command. You can add text or something or other things that you'd like, but for this tutorial, I'm going to stop here and add those to the command. So we'll save, and that should be the list. So from here, it's rinse and repeat. You're going to repeat the steps with the rest of your assets. If you're using the free assets I provided, it will be about 5 more of these commands for you. So I'm going to fill those out and we'll continue on from there. Next, we're going to take a quick venture over to Twitch and make a new channel point. So let's head on over to Twitch. We're going to make a new channel point. Scroll down, add new channel point. Name it whatever you like. I'm going to name mine the Big Boba Pet Roulette. And add whatever description that you'd like. And then adjust the parameters to your liking. I'm going to have mine be at a 4-minute cooldown per person and make the payment 400. Like I said, lots of 4s. Change the color if you'd like, but once we're done here, save your channel point and we'll move back over to MixItUp. Welcome back. Next up is adjusting the channel point. So we're going to want to click on the hamburger and find the Twitch channel points button. Once you click on that, it should bring you to a new menu. So I have a couple of them already here, but we should add command to existing reward and find the reward that you just made. It'll be at the top, you'll hit reward name, and for me, it's one of the first ones up there. So now we're going to make our command set, and we're going to fill in the action list. The first one we're going to look for is overlay again. Overlay images and videos. For this one, we want the blank boba picture. We'll keep the same parameters. We're going to stick with the 4s. So find image and find your path, blank boba base, and we're going to do the width 400, ignore my height 400 and just keep it blank, and we'll have the duration at 4 seconds. And then move on to animation. We'll keep the same entrance and exit animations as slide in right and slide out left, and we'll keep our in-between animation as ta-da. Same thing as before, this should be second nature to you already with all those commands you did previously. Easy peasy. Minimize that and we'll move on to the next thing. We're going to work on sound action next. So we're going to go back to the action list, find sound, add that to the list. Same thing as before, look for the file path. You can change your sound if you'd like. I'm just going to keep the same one because I think it's cute, and adjust the volume from there. 45, just like I like it. Minimize that, and then we're going to move on to the next thing, which will be another chat message. Add that action, and we'll type out our message. So for me, I think I'm going to put user has ordered a mystery drink. I wonder what it will be. But remember, we need the special identifier for the system to read the chat right. So we're going to have to fix our message. Let's go back to user and fix that. We want it to be at $, username. Perfect. Awesome. So now we can minimize that. And we'll add our next action, which will be the wait action. This is just to add a little suspense to the alert. The amount of time that we will wait will be 4 seconds. All right, we'll minimize that and add the last action to our list, which is random. This is the thing that's going to randomize your points. So we're going to look for the random button, add that to our action list. And the first thing we're going to do is we will hit the amount at 1, so only 1 pops up, and add that. And then for the action list within the random action, we're going to add the command. And you're going to do this for all of your things. So the first one is going to be run command. You want to leave that as your command type. And then you're going to have your command type be chat. And it'll automatically pop up with the first thing that you have. So for me, it's bear boba. Those are all alphabetical order. So you minimize that, and you're going to do that for every single one of them. So you should end up with 6 if you're using the assets that I provided. Once you're done adding all the commands to the random action, you can minimize the random action. From there, you're all done. Hit save and let's test out our new blind box boba. So I've pulled up my Twitch background with OBS and let's see how it runs. And there it goes. Looks great. Let's test it a few more times to make sure it's random. And it looks like it's working just fine. And that's it for today's tutorial. Thanks for following along with me, and I hope this tutorial helped you out in some way. If you want any more tutorials about other things, just let me know. But for now, I hope you like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye!